Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Patrice, The.Patrice.Denise, over here living a healthy, sustainable life, one day at a time, one step at a time. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new here and you enjoy what you see, go ahead and definitely hit that subscribe button and join this family. We're over here loving on each other, motivating each other just to embrace ourselves, live healthy lifestyles, and get to know ourselves even more. If you're not new, thank you for joining another one of my videos. But today I am on my way to go get my yearly mammogram done. Last year every year after the age of 40, you're supposed to get your mammogram done just as a preventative health screening. Early detection is important because if they do find something, they're able to treat it earlier, and that is ultimately better for your health and in the long run. So last year I had, this will be my third mammogram. So that tells you my age, right? So sometimes you have to get your mammograms done prior to the age of 40, but that will go along with any risk factors that you may have within your family history, just in your genetics and so forth. So that you would want to talk to your doctor and get more information on that if you are a candidate to get your mammogram done prior to the age of 40. But after the age of 40, you're supposed to get your mammogram done every year. Well, up until a certain age. So I had my mammogram done. First one, August of 2022. Second one last year of August of 2023. Now last year they saw abnormal findings where what happened was that in my right tissue or my right breast, it looked different from the previous screening, so the previous mammogram. And what they said is that I'm looking at the results here last time, they found scattered areas of fibroglandular density. So that bright breast was more dense than what it was before, and so they wanted to get a closer look. So I had to go back and get a repeat mammogram as well as an ultrasound, and when they went in more deeply and got a better look, everything turned out to be okay and normal. What it was is that because I had lost weight from 2022 to 2023, a significant amount of weight for me, for my body structure, it made my breast look different. So from one year to the next. So just be mindful of that when you are on a weight loss journey or have lost a significant amount of weight. If you do get a mammogram, that could come about. So more on that, I have put the video from last year up there if you want to check that out. But come along with me for today's mammogram. Hopefully everything will be okay. We'll get through the procedure together. I'll show as much as I can, and then we'll go from there. All right, just a few things to keep in mind when you are getting your mammogram done. Don't wear a dress because you're going to have to take off your top, of course. And if you wear a dress, you have to take off the whole dress. But if you wear a shirt and a pants or a shirt and a skirt or something like that, a two-piece outfit, you can just take off your top and I'll leave your bottom on. So just keep that in mind. And then also, don't put on any deodorant or any lotions, which I had to remind myself that because you know how you just naturally want to go for your deodorant after you take your shower in the morning. Well, I just had come from the gym this morning. I just came from the gym this morning, and I naturally wanted to, after I take my shower, put on my deodorant, lotion, and so forth. But I did put lotion on my face, and but you can't put lotion on or deodorant on because it could interfere with the testing. So just keep that in mind. So that's why I like to go first thing in the morning. So my appointment is at 9:45. I could have gone earlier. I'm pretty sure they had an 8 o'clock appointment, but with the kids going back to school, actually today is their first day back at school. With the kids going back to school or being in school, I wanted to make sure to see them off. Actually, today was not supposed to be their first day of school. They would have already been back to school, but we had some weather issues and it pushed it back, the first day back. But I had already scheduled this knowing that they would be back in school, and I wanted to make sure that I, saw them off to school before my appointment. But all my doctor appointments, normally, if I can, I try to get them first thing in the morning. Like my dentist appointments, always at 7:30 in the morning, always, because I want to get in and get out. If you are the first person, usually, unless your provider is running late in the morning, but to the office, usually you're in and out or you're brought back fast in if you're first thing in the morning. Now, another one, a good time to schedule an appointment, just a little tidbit there, is right after lunch. So if you are the first person right after their lunch break, then you can probably be brought back faster than not. And that's because you don't have anybody ahead of you. So if the person ahead of you, the doctor is, having to spend a little bit more time with them or whatever the case may be, then that could push your wait time, make your wait time longer. So I like to be first in the morning or first right after lunch, but normally first in the morning because I like to get my doctor appointments out the way. So my dentist appointments are always at 7:30. They just know to go ahead and schedule me for 7:30. Whenever I make my appointments, and I like to make my appointments in advance. That's another thing. If you make your appointments in advance, you have a better option of the times. But yes, so what I was saying is this appointment is at 9:45. Well, actually it's at 10:15, but I need to be there by 9:45. So, yeah. Hopefully, last time I was, it wasn't a long wait because I'm using a facility that a lot of people don't really go to. It's kind of off from the city area. It's a little bit on the outskirts from where we live, and that too can play a part in your wait times and so forth, but I digress. So yes, on the way to get my mammogram done, no deodorant on, no lotion on, but when I get back home, definitely will freshen up and put it on. So, all right, let's go. We made it here, so it is 9:47, 2 minutes late. We got a lot of construction going on at this facility, so I'm walking fast trying to get in, but I'm gonna register. I hope I'm at the right place, right door, because all this construction. But I'm gonna register and then I'll go back into the procedure area.
Paperwork for you, and I'll be right back.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, good. Got it. Ms. Helen, I'm a volunteer. Tell me your name and your birthday, please. Okay. Any deodorant?
No. I remember this time.
You know that. Okay, very good. Well, you know the drill. Undress from the waist up. Put on that little cape. And as you know, it opens in the front. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little snap if you want to snap it. Mm-hmm. And you're just going to wait in here. Your tech will call you. And you'll leave your clothes here on the bench. Take your purse with you.
Okay.
I'll have you step right up to this edge here. No new.
We are finished with the mammogram. So what they do is, well, first, like I told you, you don't wear, the lady, she asked if I had on any deodorant and lotions, because if you did, they would ask you to wipe it off. They'll give you a special wipe to wipe it off. But since I didn't have any on, they didn't need to do that. And then you get the little top, the gown top thingy, and it's open in the front, of course. And then so they give you that, and the gown is open in the front. Well, this is a little top, a piece of a gown is open in the front. So that's like I said, it's best to wear a two-piece so that you don't have to have a whole gown on, because they're going to be opening that flap of the gown, and then you don't want to have to expose your whole body, right? So we went in. She did 4 images. So she did the breast flat. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get out the parking lot waiting for this lady to cross the street. So she did the breast flat like that, both breasts, and then she did the breast at a side view, so like that, and she did each side. So all in all, it took me more time to sit in each waiting room, which I didn't sit in each waiting room. So I waited for registration, and then I waited in the outpatient waiting area, and that took longer than, because as soon as I got in the dressing room and I put on the gown, she called my name because, you know, she was ready. So that took, the waiting took longer than the actual procedure. So the procedure, I'm telling you, it takes like 5 minutes tops, unless you're having some type of difficulty. 5 minutes tops. They do she started out with the right breast flat, left breast flat, left breast slanted, right breast slanted. And they tell you to hold, when they get you in position and they're ready to do the imaging, they tell you to hold your breath for like 5 seconds. She told me to hold my breath for like 5 seconds twice for each image, and then you're done and you can go on your way. So I do have the MyChart app. So that's just the way that this hospital system sends results and communication and so forth. So she said it'll be uploaded in about a couple days. Last time it was sooner than a couple days, but I guess they say a couple days just to be on the safe side, just in case they don't have time to read it and you're not waiting that day, you know, anxiously waiting that day for the results. So I will just watch out for the results to come through MyChart, and once it comes through, I'll show and share with you guys, and we'll go from there. Before I go, well, one thing that a lot of people ask is, does it hurt? And to me, it, like I said, everybody's different with everything, with every different procedure, with every different medication, with everything. Everybody's different. So to me, it doesn't hurt. It's just very uncomfortable. You're in close quarters with the technician and you being real close to each other. She's touching on, you know, your breasts and whatnot. But she's not really touching. She's just lifting it up and getting it in the right position. But to me, it's not hurtful. It's not painful. Like the smushing of it, it's not painful. It's just uncomfortable. That's for me. Now, I have small breasts. Now, I can't tell you if someone with larger breasts, if it is painful. It might be. I'm not sure, but I have small breasts. So, yeah. All right. Now, I will catch up with you guys later when we get the results. Okay, guys. So, I was in the middle of about to eat my lunch, and I got the notification that my results came in. So, let's look at the results. So, I'm going to my chart. Logging in. Alright, so my mammogram today, first of all, it says it's not yet reviewed by care team. Let me see. This test result was made available to you before your care team had a chance to review it. I think that means that my doctor, my personal doctor, he didn't review it yet. He's the one who actually ordered it, so I guess that's what that means. Okay, so let's see. They compared it to last year, August 23, November 23, when I got the second result, or the second test, and then as well as August 22. So they're comparing all these results. Okay, so it was a bilateral 3D tomosynthesis and 2D digital mammogram. Okay, so the findings were my breast density, scattered areas of fibroglandular density. Again, that's how it was last time. The findings are: there is no evidence of architectural distortion or skin thickening in either breast. The impression: there is no specific mammographic evidence of malignancy in either breast. Thank you, Lord. And so it's negative, and so the recommendation is to have another bilateral screening mammogram in 1 year. So this was good. So last year they compared my results, and last year they compared my results to the previous year, and because this year's looks, so this still has that scattered areas of fibroglandular density findings, they're okay with it because it looks apparently it looks like it did last year. There's no significant difference. So last year there was a significant difference, but this year it was not. So that is the findings of my mammogram. This is the letter that I was sent through my chart later on that day that they would have mailed out to me, but since I have my chart, they put it in there and just letting me know that my results are normal, and I was recommended to have another follow-up, another annual mammogram done next year. Now, just take note that breast tissue can either be dense or not dense, and it's normal. It shows that it's normal to have scattered areas of fibroglandular density, which that's how my breasts are. Now, like I said, your breast tissue can be either dense or not dense. If your breast tissue is dense, it does make it harder to find breast cancer on a mammogram. So what they will do is they may call you back to have another mammogram done, an ultrasound done, or even an MRI done, so that they can have a closer look at your breast tissue. Because dense tissue makes it harder for them to see any abnormalities, any calcifications or tumors, because dense tissue appears white on the mammogram, like those calcifications and tumors, whereas fatty tissue appears dark. So they may call you back for a repeat mammogram. And just keep in mind that when they do call you back for a repeat mammogram, like they did for me last year, about half of women who undergo mammograms, they have dense breast tissue and they're called back. And normally when they are called back and they have this second mammogram done, they're getting a closer look. So most of the time, then they'll find that your results are actually normal, and but they want to make sure, because like I said, early detection is important, and early detection will help if they do find something and it's time to treat it. I explained a little more on this in my other video from last year, so you can definitely check that one out as well. I encourage you all to get your mammograms done like you're supposed to, annually, or however your doctor prescribes you to get it done or recommends for you to get it done. I encourage you to follow up with your providers as you should for different screenings. Like I just had my diabetic eye exam completed. I go in November for my 6-month checkup with my provider. Most of the time, people are only supposed to follow up with their provider once a year, but I started out 3 months, then we went to 6 months because of the type 2 diabetes and where I was at with my A1C. My A1C is okay now, so we stretched it out to 6 months. Look at my other videos and you'll know all about my journey with that. But I encourage you, definitely get your yearly screenings or your appropriate screenings completed, just so that you can have early detection if there is a problem. Early detection helps tremendously, because if you can detect something early, the treatment for that would be less invasive, and you're more than likely to cure or to fix or to take care of whatever that issue is when they detect it early on. So I encourage you to go get your screenings done as you should. As always, guys, I thank you. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for supporting me. I thank you for being my accountability partners as I go on this journey called life, this journey, this health journey, this spiritual journey, this financial journey, everything in all between. So I thank you guys for always sticking with me and being with me. Definitely join me for my regular vlogs. Definitely join me for my updates. Definitely join me as I continue on. I encourage you to continue on. And today, like I said, is a be kind kind of day. So be kind to somebody today. Give somebody some love, a hug if you're into that touching. But give somebody some love. You never know how you can inspire somebody along the way. But I thank you. I love you guys. And until the next video, God bless.